Well, Tommy, thanks for joining us ahead of tomorrow's game at Dorking. Obviously, reflecting on last weekend, it must be a great mood in the camp.
Yeah, well, obviously, certainly the beginning of the week was a lot brighter than the previous beginning of the week. But a week in football is a long time, as everybody tells you. And like we didn't want to rest on the disappointment of the Torquay result, we're not going to rest on the joy of the win against Hampton and Richmond. It's up to us as a staff and then the players to get that momentum going, and the next game being Dorking, we're looking to take that positivity into the game.
Obviously, but prior to the Hampton game, you had your first full week of training. What do you feel we got right in that time?
Well, a lot of things. I think the shock of the previous Saturday was the catalyst for a reset, really. The new players that have come in have now settled in or had settled in by the beginning of that week. People have got to know each other in the units and as a group. And I think the training that we've put on over the last couple of weeks, whilst it wasn't any less intensive in terms of what we were asking them to do before that, I think there's just been a general feeling that the players have sort of pulled their pants up a little bit and got on with it in the manner that I'd want them to train. It's been competitive, it's been lively, energetic, and ultimately we always try to put something on where there's victory involved. If you get into that habit of wanting to win every five-a-side game or every one-on-one or every two-on-two, that's something that you do it every week leading into the game. You hope you're going to take it into the game.
Obviously, last Saturday, plenty of cause of celebration, but also with the fact that Jaden, George and Easty all came back into the team. Yeah,
hugely important, because people forget that. I mean, we lost Easty and Jaden for almost 5 weeks, and both of them were in the team the week before they got injured that won away at Enfield. So again, the momentum I was trying to build back then with the players that we had available to us was straight away curtailed, and we lost Freddie for a couple of weeks with the concussion protocol. So it hasn't been plain sailing, but it never is. Usually if you're not at the right end of the table, things tend to go against you. If you're at the right end of the table, you get the rub of the green. But the best manager I ever worked for used to say he didn't believe in luck, but he believes you need it. And I'm much of the same mindset, to be honest with you. But I think as hard as we've worked these last 2 weeks, I'm not settling for one win out of that. We want more than that.
Obviously tomorrow we head back to Dorking, a few weeks on from an FA Trophy game there. What can we learn from that game to turn the result around this weekend?
Well, if we go for the whole 95 to 105 minutes in the manner we did when we were there before, we'd be close. But I always think, it's a notoriously difficult place to go play. Mark knows this league inside out. He's got a very experienced group of lads, and whether he's got square pegs and round holes on occasions, they tend to know what they're doing. They know the way they play is energetic, it's forward thinking, they run forward, and they make your goalkeeper and defenders be on their mettle. So we're not expecting an easy task. Quite weirdly, it's my 4th visit there this year. I think I've managed more games there than I have at either Eastbourne or Aldershot this season. It was quite weird. I think there's always a likely chance there's goals in the games that Dorking playing, and I think I'd like to be looked at as a manager who also wants his team to score goals and play attacking football. So I'm looking forward to the game.
And finally, a word on our travelling support and the noise that they can bring in support.
Well, it's huge. I mean, the fan base is always your 12th man, and we've been fortunate enough in the short time I've been here to have 2 wins on the road, and we're looking to add to that. I think the general atmosphere of the club last weekend, starting on the Friday night when the turnout for the meet and greet for me coming back to the club was outstanding. I thought they were very, very polite in their questioning of me as well. They weren't too, digging too deep into things, so it was good. But I did say to them on the Friday night that their job is in the title. They support this football club, they support me and they support the players, and they do that fantastically well. And we give them something back last Saturday, having not showed up the week before, basically. So look, we want more of last weekend than anything else, really. And like I said, we're not going to score 6 goals every week, but we're going to be in a position where our mindset will tell us we can take a positive result.